Of course, the Olympics are going on in Brazil, but Derrell, that's not the only big news coming from Brazil right now.
USDA announced last week that Brazil was approved once again to export fresh and frozen beef to the U.S. This hasn't been, Brazil has not had this access for quite a number of years. They've been importing, or we've been importing some cooked product from them. But, I've heard some questions, some concerns about producers. Is this going to be a major market factor? And the short answer really is no, it's probably not. Brazil will import fresh and frozen beef under the other countries' tariff rate quota, which is a relatively small part of the quota. The total imports allowed, less than 10%, and Brazil will have to share that with other countries like Nicaragua and so on. So the short answer is it's a very limited quantity they will have available to come in the short run. It will grow over time potentially, but it's not really a major market factor, not one we need to be terribly concerned about in the short run.
So why is the USDA allowing Brazilian beef to come back in?
Well, in terms of our restrictions on fresh beef from Brazil, it was related to foot and mouth disease. So It's taken a long time for Brazil to get to the point where they have it under control to a point that USDA is satisfied with that and allows those fresh and frozen beef imports.
Okay, now we're in the middle of August right now. Let's look at the beef and cattle numbers right now.
Well, we're in midsummer, again, kind of coming through the doldrums. It looks like the market has put in a low. Both feeder and fed cattle markets have actually shown some strength lately. On the fed cattle side, again, we've moved past the seasonal peaks in June in terms of cattle slaughter and beef production. Feedlots continue to appear to be very current. Carcass weights are down year over year. So we're really, kind of moving into the fall now. We've obviously got some demand here for Labor Day, the last big grilling holiday of the year. So markets look like they've put in a bottom, and feeder cattle markets have also strengthened here recently as well.
As we do move into fall, they're going to be planting wheat across Oklahoma. What's the projected pasture look like?
Well, in terms of physical conditions, of course, we just have to kind of wait and see. Right. I mean, we have, generally adequate moisture, I think, but certainly we'll need some more for good wheat pasture. On the market side, one of the things that's developed here in the last month or so in terms of feeder cattle prices is a little bit of a break or a flat spot in that price to weight line. And it's a dynamic situation, one that needs to be monitored. But right now, today, if you look at the prices, you'd have to say that it would favor purchasing maybe a little bit heavier stocker than we typically do. There's not a real good return in the first 100 pounds of gain from about a 450 pound animal right now, but from 550 pounds up, the returns, the value of gain, if you will, is much better. So it's not a clear-cut thing that will continue into the fall, but certainly something that producers should monitor as we go into the fall.
Okay, thank you much. Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.